Alright, well, I really wanted to record today, but apparently my PlayStation has working hours, and those don't start till after about 3, and it's 1 now. So I figure I might as well play something else, because you can never have enough series going on at the same time. And this one will be worth it anyway, because if I keep the save file around, it will help me with another series that I'm planning to do. Because you can see on this game that there's a thing called seed, right? And right now my seed is at 100. I don't know what seed means, but I do know what the number means, right? So you start out with 100 seed, and this only affects Grand Prix mode. You start out with 100 seed, and then as you win races and stuff, you can lower your seed and unlock different bikes. Like if you get down to a seed of 80, you can unlock the Kawasaki Ninja, which is what I really want to do a Grand Prix season in on this game, but it's locked. And I don't want to do a Grand Prix season without having my Kawasaki. Luckily, this game has options. For example, down here, boop, you've got money. You can join the Extreme 600 Championship, which is where you buy your bike. So that's what I'm going to do for this series. I'm going to go through the Extreme mode until I lower my seed enough to get a Kawasaki Ninja. And it's the same. This is MotoGP Ultimate Racing Technology 3. It works the same in MotoGP 06 and MotoGP 07. And I guess it kind of works the same way in modern MotoGP games, but you have to go through the the Moto 3 and Moto 2, or in, like, I guess the case of MotoGP 4 and MotoGP 08, you have to do 125s and 250s. And we're going to ignore the Capcom games, because those are complete fucking wank, and which maybe they're wank that maybe I'll play someday. But until then, we're going with the Arashi KK 599R because I really like the back brakes. I'm not sure what bike it reminds me of, but it reminds me of something that I like, so I'm going for it. And then you got to change all your designs and stuff. I'm going with Kawasaki leathers, because I'm planning on riding a Kawasaki. Wait, which are the ones that let you change the color and stuff? Oh, I guess there's those down here, kind of garish. We'll just go with some of these preset ones, I guess. Can we get green? How do I do green? Oh, blue's fine. Let's do bike design, because you can paint your bike and stuff in this game, which I don't really understand how the bike painting stuff works in like a MotoGP 06 and 07. It never seems to get unlocked, and I don't know how to get to it. So I think we should go for a white bike with blue details, match me leathers. That looks about fine. Team name, we're going to be Team Torn. Racing number is going to be 19. The racing number doesn't appear in extreme mode, so it doesn't really matter. Nationality, I am the best country on earth, depending on who's in charge. And yeah, all done. And you get your upgrade credits. These actually do affect the bike, so it's worth doing these. So I'm going to put them all into top speed, acceleration, and braking, because cornering is fine. We go for champion difficulty, which means it's going to be a real challenge. Let's go up to 5 laps. And then qualify. It's going to be a real challenge in champion difficulty. I mean, I should be able to win, but if I even fall once, then I should have changed my rider name to something better. But Owlman will do for this video. And then I'll fix it for the next episode, I guess. I don't know what I'll call myself, but I'll call myself something. So, got to qualify. Because of course I've got to qualify. Everyone's got to qualify all the time. My brake lights are lighting up white instead of red for some reason, but we're going to ignore that. Well, fuck. Yeah, I'm not very... Right, so this is MotoGP Ultimate Racing Technology 3. This is a game that I've talked about in the past. I had it on disc for PC for years and years and years. But the disc went missing years and years ago, like before I even moved house, which was, as you might have guessed, years and years ago. The disc was missing, and I never found it. And it doesn't matter now anyway, because you can't play games on disc on your trusty Windows 10 computer, because it doesn't have a disk driver, and I can't seem to find a way to install one. Maybe I'm just a brainlet, but I couldn't find a torrent for the game either, so now I've got it on original Xbox, which is the only other thing it came out on. Which is, on one hand, kind of useful, because it actually works, and on the other hand, not so useful, because you know, it only displays in 480. And you can't turn the motion blur off. So that's going to make things a little bit difficult. But I'm used to working around this sort of thing. I am a problem solver. Like that one show. Okay. Well, I thought I put it on champion difficulty, but it looks like I just took the pole position by about 20 seconds. So I don't know how that happened, but if this season isn't, yeah, 20 seconds. Well, if this series isn't too hard, I won't whinge all that much. You know. Oops, changing the camera. I'm trying to look back. Race with Nishikawa and Oda. Usually, yeah, this is how it usually turns out. I'm not quite sure how qualifying works on this, but I seem to always massively outqualify the AI, and then in the race they come back something fierce, and I usually end up, you know, depending on how much I fall off the bike, but I usually end up having a pretty serious rivalry with Nishikawa for the championship. So I'm going to see if I can hold it together for this series, easily unlock my Kawasaki, and then I'll do, if I can unlock the Kawasaki in one season here, what I could do is skip. I could do some kind of advancing. Yeah, this is why you need to put your credits into upping your top speed, because otherwise you max out at 165 and Nishikawa can just fly past you down the straight. Yeah, what I could do is, if I can unlock the Kawasaki in just one season here, what I could do is move on to MotoGP 06 for the Extreme 1000 class, you know, and do a series there, and then I could do the Extreme 1200s on MotoGP 07. Although I don't like the way that MotoGP 06 and 07 control, I guess I'll have to get used to it, because I've got both of those planned as part of my MotoGP series that I'm going to do on my main channel at some point soon. I've got a few games I want to complete before then, you know, before I embark on a huge journey of playing nothing but MotoGP games forever and ever. I guess Owlman works as a profile name for now. It doesn't matter too much. You only see it on like the results screen. I'll fix it when I feel like fixing it, man. You know, you don't got to rush me. I know these things. I can do them. Lap 3 of 5. Nishikawa didn't even pass me down the straight that time. So apparently, I'm faster when I'm recording, because I've played this on my own a couple of times. I deleted the save file to make this series, but I've played this a couple of times, and usually, I mean, they've just passed me now, but usually there's some pretty good battling. Maybe not so much here, but I do remember it took me, especially on champion difficulty, it took me a good few tries to win because the AI kept completely demolishing me every time. Well, not every time, but you know, they're very good at pit maneuvers for some reason. And when they pit maneuver you, you're practically guaranteed to high side, and that's not really the sort of thing you want to have happen. Yeah, I was planning on playing TT Superbikes today, recording some of that. But I guess MotoGP is good too. Also, Oda has the same bike as me, and his brake lights are red, so I don't know why mine are white. It's a good thing that the corner where I'm slow compared to them is turn 1, because it gives me the rest of the lap to try and catch up. Rather than, it would be really annoying if the corner that they were faster than me in was the final one, and they passed me just before the finish line. Although since they have so much more straight line speed than me, maybe and I've had this happen before, but maybe they will get me on the finish line. I'm gonna see what I can do to try and stop that from happening, but Nishikawa is really hungry on my back wheel there. The thing that's really messed me up, kind of, for my for the way that I play motorbike games a lot, is the THQ ones. You know, this one, Racing Technology 2, and I guess the original one, but I really haven't played that one as much because I never had it. If that happens on the final lap and Oda comes past me on the checkered flag, that's going to be irritating. Although I won't be too mad because it will open up the championship fight. Yeah, oh shit. Well, I'm not going to do any restarts because this is a championship series, so if I have a shitty first round, then I guess I have a shitty first round. Although that's not going to help my seed any. Unlocking this Kawasaki might be a little harder than I hoped. I hope at least I can get into the points, although I'm not sure how far the points go down. They probably won't go all the way down to 9th. I'll tell you that. Yeah, what you can do in the THQ games is like brake all the way through the corners and it'll be fine. In fact, braking in the corners helps you turn more, because if you brake while you're leaning, the rider sort of jumps down off the bike a little bit more. Wow, it looks like all the AI have more top speed than me. An 8th place finish in round 1. Coming off a race where I was fighting for first the whole time and I finished 8th. Was Oda taking the win there. Nishikawa came last. He's probably going to be my other championship rival, so kind of helps a little bit that he finished worse than me, but yeah, finishing outside of the points isn't going to help me any, because now Oda has a 25-point lead on me, although I think usually he drops off after the first round. It's Mueller there in 2nd place that I've got to worry about. We won't worry about the let's not worry too much about the... Sorry, I was just doing that to get a thumbnail. Let's not worry too much about the replay. Yeah, so that kind of sucked for round 1. Although I have got some more points, so I'll put those into top speed. And then we'll come back next week to Spain, because the championship rounds on the Extreme Series mirror the country that the real-life MotoGP championship will be in, except it's on fantasy street circuits. Oh, my seed has gone down to 99. So maybe it doesn't matter. As long as you do races, you can get your seed down. Next week, Andalusia, Spain.